um, they had like the hunter would basically like taunt one mob to him. So he would be attacking like the three mobs on the tank, and then the healer would like just understand to heal the hunter, and then the hunter would just be melee weaving on the mob like on top of him the whole time.
Yeah, I told you I would do that.
Yeah.
Like with the taunt that I have.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we were talking about it more situationally, I guess. But like I said, they were speed running. Like they had a whole fucking plan and shit.
Yeah, I would only really be doing
But
that
he was
if
doing
like
it like literally the entire time. He like always had a mob on him, and he was like fucking.
I mean, sure, that's definitely better damage.
Yeah. But it definitely seems if you're trying to maintain that the whole time, it could easily like get spooky at some point. I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, no, for sure. I would not do that the whole time. I'm doing that if like a CC breaks
They
or
were
like
like mass
maybe
pooling
we're
and shit
pulling
though.
like
Like they were
a
doing
big
a
pack.
bunch of shit.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, I'm
they
sure.
like never stopped moving pretty much throughout the whole
Well,
place.
yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish the speed run was from like level 1, like everyone starts at the same time, and then you have to level, get to a point, form a group, run the dead mines, and the run ends when you start the dead mines. I think that would be a better competition actually than just running the dead mines. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
well that is what they did.
Is it?
Yeah, they had new characters. Like they all started a brand new character at
Yeah,
level
but
one.
did the speed run start like time now you are level 0 loading into fucking Mulgore, or was it like the timer starts when you get into dead mines?
I'm pretty sure it start on level one. It was a race to like who could reach like optimal deadlines level, and I think the cap on that was 22 and a half.
Uh-huh.
Was like the most amount of XP you could go in. I don't know why and a half, but that's what they chose.
Probably so you maybe you can't ding a full level, like maybe you can't ding that half level, so you stay under 23, so that whenever you're doing Van Beef, you're like all still level 22.
Uh, okay, then yeah, probably. Um, so anyways, they all. I need to find a better place to hide real fast. I need to fucking see what Misha's yelling at me about. Anyways, and the race was to get to. My mic cut up. The race was to get to level 22 and a half, and you could either use more time to like get yourself gear if you're still waiting for people to level. Like let's say we have a 5-man group, you know, me, you, Nedia,
Yeah.
Turtles, and Phil.
Mm-hmm,
Okay,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and it's like,
how'd they fish 10,000 times then?
well, that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, we'd have to watch it. I don't know exactly what Turtles is talking about. I just know what the two videos I watched. That's how they ran. But they done multiple of these things. So it might be different with the fishing thing. Um, but the thing is, like let's say like we all start level one, like all the streamers, everybody, you know, we all press login on our level one character, you know.
Yeah.
And then let's say at fucking level 9, Phil dies to a fucking Wendigo or some shit. Okay, then it's like, then he's out.
Yeah.
And then now we only have 4 people.
Uh-huh.
So what you're able to do though is you can recruit another person like within the tournament because there's like a bunch of people like including like solo people and shit.
Yeah, so they're trying to get drafted.
Exactly. So there's people trying to get like drafted, and there's like a draft phase to like kind of lock in your team then once you're all like 22 and a half and like pretty much not doing anything to die to until you walk into deadlines, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then the timer stopped when it like, you know, the first party killed Van Beef. At least like I'm 99% sure that's
Okay.
how it went down from what I understood.
Because it sounded like when people were explaining it to me, they were like, yeah, and like the speedrun was like 11 minutes, and I'm like, so like, are these people like preparing for fucking weeks to get their character as the most zooted level 22 fucking fishing 10,000 lines of gear, like to run in 11 minutes, or are these people who like sped ran to level like 18 to fucking run it through in 11 minutes? Because those are different things.
I don't know here. I'm gonna fucking look it up right now.
Because when he was saying like fucking 10,000 lines, I'm like, dude, that means someone fished for hours and hours and hours to make that their character level 22, rather than just like spending that same time to just level your character, make it like 26.
On Raph's team that lost someone, they tried Ragzor again as a 4-man.
It's free. He's almost at 100k.
And I don't have raid tomorrow. It's gonna be
RDMX said
sick.
that team captain dipped AFK.
Our raid was actually
No,
super,
there's
super
a guy,
duper clean.
One of the captains is AFK. I can't
And we got
remember about it.
another scale of
Yeah.
fates,
Yeah,
as per
that's-
usual.
He's just outside.
We've gotten a scale of
I mean,
fates
people-
every single
People
week.
should be
bro.
outside right now. People shouldn't be inside.
Oh, no, you should
So
be
like,
inside.
our
I would
fucking
imagine.
casters are literally so gigalooted, it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's actually not that bad.
And we booted one of our.
That's
our lords.
Tauntaun, right?
Yeah.
You complete this
Massive
and kill
upgrade, not
Van
gonna
Cleave,
lie.
I don't care what time it is. If
We
you
had this
kill
guy
Van
who
Cleave
just would
severely
not listen
underleveled
to
like
any
this,
instruction
Then you
ever.
should definitely sub to Cargo.
And he never talked in like comms.
You're gonna get Shen.
And
Yeah,
he
this
would just
guy's
like put
here. I
like
wonder
fucking
if he's
sarcastic
gonna be-
ass remarks
Wait.
in the chat. Ugh.
So I don't know if this is so the video that I watched of the 11-minute thing was from Calamity. The girl with like the fucking 3 maxed paladins or whatever.
Oh, okay. So not part of a tournament.
Well, no, well, I think it was for a tournament because I remember even in it she was saying, "Damn!" Like during the video at one point, like she said like to her call was like, "Damn, this is like way better like now that we have gear than like our last practice or some shit like that." But anyways, now that I'm watching it back, here, if you're in like a safe place, this is like a fucking 9
sure.
hours. Yeah, no,
Bigger.
there. Now it should be YouTube, right?
Oh my god. Yeah. What is this?
So
Karthos?
these are all like the groups and shit. I
Mhm.
think what it is.
Wait, they're 4 hours in, and they're
Well, here,
fucking
so it says
24.
time left. So now I'm thinking like, did they just give these people 6 hours to level, and then it's like you got to group up and go into fucking dead mines?
I think that was Kargaz's, yeah. Like 6 hours to dead mines, I think is literally what it was called. That one was.
Yeah, cause like the 6 hours is over. Oh, dude, he's going over. Wait, I want to watch this. He's going over like the abilities. At some point.
Just kill it, man.
It's banished right now. I'm gonna enslave it and run it away. It's fine.
Mm.
Ooh, it's
People are
tapped,
trying
actually.
to
Let's
people
kill
are
it.
trying to grief him and shit though the whole time.
Let's go.
Listen.
Grief eliminated.
Takes out for Tommy.
Tommy
So we're a bit of
Salami.
at an awkward stage right now. They're facilitating the draft, and we're just chilling. I wonder what we can do.
Everyone's formed up by the stone. Trying to get picked.
Group should be smart on this guy to actually do the same thing that they did with Terragaman on RFC and pretty much kite him around as opposed to just trying to face tank him.
But he's stunned
probably
someone
safer
for
to do
3
it that way.
seconds. Oh my god.
Yeah, Raxor. I don't know if anyone's gonna have that many problems with Raxor, to be honest. Level 14s can run in there and clap Raxor. The only thing
Yeah, so
that's-
some people in here are like super low level.
Yeah.
So I don't
well,
think
'cause
I don't
it's
think
hours,
this
man.
I don't think this here is the same tournament for whatever one Calamity was practicing for with her people. When they did like an 11-minute run, 11.5-minute run.
Yeah.
But you guys, this
terrifying
still
about
might be
that room
interesting.
is if they accidentally pull both the ads
This
with
shit's
Raxor,
funny
because
as
you can
fuck to
pull
me.
Raxor by himself without the 2 archers. If you pull the archers with it, you're in a load of trouble, right?
Yeah.
If you're level 14s, that is. If you're high enough level, it's no big deal. Also, another thing that
Don't
I
get
would be
distracted,
worried about
though.
is the backpack. Like, if you
die
get
all
them
the time
down
when
and you
I'm-
forget that there's patrols coming behind you, it can be a
I'm
serious
dying.
issue as well
For sure,
your
yeah.
whole crew.
The
Oh,
other
yeah.
thing too is you can pull him solo. Like if you pull him with the 2 ads next to him, this becomes a much harder fight. But I'm hoping that most groups that are doing this event are going to know that you can pull
Doing
him
this
solo, right? If you pull him
Doing
with the
this
ads, though,
shit.
it's a much harder situation.
I would hope they know. You never know though, right? People forget things, right? You're
And the
trying
thing
to
we're
go
gonna have to
fast. You're in a group. Hopefully they have good comms. Basically, is all I'm trying to say.
if we're super low level here too, there's going to be unexpected things that happen that none of us even anticipate, even in the chat on the casting desk. Because if you're 14 in Deadmines, who has even been in Deadmines at 14? And
Wait, there's 6 hours and they're at 14. I'm not gonna lie to you, Coach.
Tried to
I could
actually
be
kill
their
shit.
purple.
You know?
You
I've
could
been
what?
carried through the dead mines at
I-
14.
That's what I'm
before.
saying.
think
at
I-
the start with a week or
I think I could be that level. I could be those speedrunners in WoW.
Raxor, I don't see it being.
Well, I think they're talking about like some of them.
Now moving on to Sneed.
Yeah,
This is another boss that is much harder. There's a
because
disarm,
I hit
fear.
13 health.
Dude,
Dude, disarm, I don't care about that.
Like this boss, if you actually are
Passive
if you're
speed,
underleveled
whatever.
and straight up face tanking
Oh, he
him
fears.
without doing any kind of like pathing
Okay.
manipulation,
One at a time.
there's a good chance he could just straight
Yeah,
kill
only
you
one
back.
target at a time.
Oh, okay, that's not.
No joke. If the
So what happens
Terrifier
if
goes
he kills your
out, it's a
healer?
or something like that.
I don't think he should smack the
The
shit
man
out of me.
absolutely kill your tank.
Oh, he
Straight
said
up.
absolutely kill your
You guys,
tank.
sorry to interrupt. If I could
He
get
said,
everybody
wait, what did he say?
help here.
He actually does hit very hard too. Like this boss, if you're under leveled and straight up face tanking him without doing any kind of like pathing manipulation, there's a good chance he could just straight kill your tank. No joke. If the Terrify goes out, hits a healer or something like that. I think
Yeah.
the main
Will
reason.
absolutely kill your tank. Straight up.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, sorry to interrupt. If I could get everybody help.
Pussy
here,
quiver.
EU's draft is currently waiting on Grace for Mother Zuggan Days to fill out his player form, and he's the only captain who's yet to join the EU draft Discord call. So if you guys can help get his attention, that would be great.
I'll dive in his chat, bro.
Typical
Yeah,
fucking EA
we've just
behavior.
been waiting on him for like 10 minutes here.
You just make plans too. Like if he doesn't fill it out for some reason, just start moving forward, picking up. So that's the need for you. Moving on to Guild.
Shit's all fucked up. Sorcery.
Guild Nid level 20 elite. I think all the bosses. So Raxor is a 19 elite. I think all these middle bosses are 20 elites, and it's Van Cleef that's a 21 elite. So against 18s, he's gonna be yellow. Yeah, 17s would be orange. If you're a 17 versus him, which almost all the tanks are going to be, like you're eligible to be crit and crushed and all that, right? Like you can be crushed, which is the main thing. So that's going to be a threat for all these bosses. It's a pretty straightforward boss, though. He doesn't have really much of a mechanic at all. I don't think this guy's going to be hard. The tough thing about this is this room, right? This room is going to be absolutely brutal. Being able to reliably land stuns on the technicians before they can get out golems is going to be tough because of the level difference. And this is going to be, I think, to have success in this room, you're going to have one guy fish one mob or two mobs really far back and try to fight things really far back. And there is an evade spot right above him where you can jump on the anvil, but you can miss it, and if you miss it, it's certain death. So I've lost people in Deadmines hardcore runs to people missing the evade spot jump.
That sounds terrifying.
His loot's pretty straightforward though. Two things: lavishly jeweled ring.
Wait, what did he
obviously,
say?
He
icon.
said there's a evade spot just above him. He said it's an anvil. But he said you can't miss it. If you miss it, it's certain death. So no pressure.
Vanilla we all love.
Just if shit's going bad and you miss, you die.
Moving on to Smite. This is another fight that
Bro, he looks like he slaps.
it should be easy. Like if you're at level, it should be kind of easy, I would imagine. Because you can either CC one of the ads, kill the ads first, then once you have them isolated, you can bring them super far back. But the thing that concerns me is the damage at this low level might be just something so unexpectedly high. You know? Two mobs that are like 19s or 20 elites plus him all banging on you at the same time. I worry that the damage threshold, like it kind of hits that snowball where it's too much for these low level characters. That's what concerns me about this. But as soon as you can isolate Smite, I feel like he's not too bad. Because you can bring him all the way back on the dock, right? He pats all the way back every time he does the stun. You're sitting there getting mana. You can also jump off the dock as well. And he'll have to pat all the way around. And of course he draws. Yeah, here's his abilities. So he's got a Thrash, Thrash is really scary. It's probably the most dangerous mechanic, I would imagine. If somebody crushes you, it thrashes and crushes you like twice in a row, which I think is possible, right? That could just straight up one-shot your tank.
No, this shit, we really gotta worry about that much.
Increases the caster's chance to
You can
parry.
LOS as like AoE stomp too.
Oh, isn't there boxes right next to him or something?
It's like the poles on like the ramp leading up into the boat.
Yeah.
It's like kind of finicky, like it only works like some of the time, but
That's fine. I mean, if we can avoid some of the damage some of the time, that's fine. Just as long as the shit doesn't one-shot you.
yeah.
5% for 8 seconds. Kind of didn't realize he had that.
He's one of my
3
favorite
seconds
bosses from
start.
when I used to play a long time ago.
75% chance to parry.
I always
Yes,
liked Mr.
thrash.
Smith.
And the thing is, if he has a 75% increased chance to parry, that means he's going to be like parry hasting like crazy as well, right? Smite looking kind of scary, bro, when you break it down on paper. He's got that big beefy two-hander. How parry works is it pretty much like when you parry something, it takes whatever is remaining on your swing timer, shaves 40% off of it. So if he has a big 3-6 two-hander like Smite's Mighty Hammer, the tank is eligible to be crushed. There's Thrash on the table, and he nimble reflexes to get 75% parry. The tank could literally get one-shotted. This boss, maybe it's scarier than I think.
Not doomed.
I mean, you're gonna be a level 24, so
Smite is stunnable.
you're probably not gonna be getting crushed.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So
probably.
his loot table.
Bro, look at
Um,
these
I mean,
fucking
I mean,
things.
Thief's Blade and Sorcerer's
Holy
Rift,
shit.
Maybe
Hmm.
serviceable.
If you got
possibly
that
something like
mace-
Phalanx or something like that, like a
Mace would be
maybe
giga
a
huge.
Warrior barely made the cutoff. That he could probably use one of
The
those
Thief's
things.
Blade would be
The main thing
cool.
is Smite's Mighty Hammer, though. If this drops,
I would take the
and
Reaver,
Blaze gets
honestly.
it, well,
Not really. I mean, I'm sure there's someone who wants that more than me, right?
This time is not in anymore. I hate to see it.
Probably
If
not to be
Blaze
honest.
gets
That's
it, or
probably like the
Warless or
doo-doo
something,
item to
that'd be
drop.
huge. Oh, it requires 18 though, so they couldn't even use it. Yeah, they couldn't even use it.
Yikes.
That's a yike.
For a speedrunner, yeah.
This is kind of set up weird. It seems like now that they're breaking it down, I think he's realizing that too.
I mean, what you could do is increase it to 8 hours, right? 8 hours to dead mines.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
You run full 8
These
hours,
encounters
people
might-
probably be a bit higher level.
Yeah, but that's like you have to get how many people to commit to a fucking 8-hour straight WoW leveling session.
hit really differently.
It's probably
you're
not that
under
hard.
level.
Have you seen WoW
You know?
gamers?
I mean,
think we've all
yeah,
been
I
in Dead
agree.
Mines so
I mean,
many
there's
times
people
over the
who are
years
right
when we're
now.
all at level, and it just changes the it just changes things so much when you're
I mean, 6 hours is a long time
levels
too.
under where you need to be. Stuff gets resisted. Everything is hitting so much harder.
But does he not have any abilities? Oh yeah, he does.
His abilities, though, he has 2. He has a cleave, and he has a poisoned harpoon. Inflicts normal damage. There's nothing too scary here. And
Leave.
there are lots of evade spots all over Dead Mines. So, yeah, that is an option. But I do worry that, you know, with thrashes and stuff being crushed, the damage could just be a lot higher than we thought. Because going into RFC, man, was anybody watching the hardcore RFC race that we did? All the planning in the world couldn't have really prepared you for it. I mean, I guess in a sense it could, but everyone's expectation of what the dungeon was going to be like, I feel, was different from how it was in reality. We got in there. We thought everybody was going to be throwing dynamites, cleaving everything down. We pull the first trash pack. Our damage is super low, and the incoming damage is super high. And everybody just realizes, okay, this is not a speed run. This is survival. This is not about
Why did he say it like
how
that?
fast can
He's
we do
such a
this?
goober.
This is about if we can do this. So I do think, like, going into this, that should be the mentality, because we've never done this as a community before. We don't know if this format works. We don't know if levels, if people.
That's what I'm saying.
at
If you're
this
doing
level
it at
can
fucking
do Dead
17,
Mines,
like, you're not doing that shit
I'd
at
encourage all teams going
There's
in
no
there to
shot.
Dead Mines.
Yeah,
to
no.
really,
If you're fucking zooted full on
And not
everything in
think
the
about it
world
so much
gear
as
and
a
you're
speed run.
22, like, it's different.
more of, like, let's take it slow and methodical. Let's see if this is even possible. Because that leads me to the final boss, Van Cleef. And give me like 20 seconds.
I wonder what branch Kargos was in. Because I can tell this man definitely is post-mill. there's no shot he's not. Like, he was definitely in some branch of the military for sure.
All right, so now
I'm
we're on
willing to
Event
bet
Cleave.
it's Army or Marine Corps.
And this is going to be the real crazy one. And I'll ask you guys again. Based on everything you've seen, Tommy getting DQ'd now, just factoring everything. I'm going to ask you the same question. Will Van Cleef die today? What do you guys think? Yes or no? That's going to be a tough one. I think it's possible that he dies, but I don't think you can face tank him. I really don't. I think if any group has a shot of killing him, they're going to have to somehow be able to one take the kite strat on him. I don't see a world where 14s and 15s and 16s go up to Van Cleef and are able to face tank the amount of damage he's putting out with Thrash and everything like that. I think he's going to be putting out too much damage. Now, there could be alternative strats, though, where you don't have to kite him around. Like, imagine they pull him, right? Off the ship, and they all jump down to, like, the smite level with the dock. There might be a way to, like, ring around the Rosium on the dock. You know what I mean? But either way, I don't think you can just sit there and face tank all the damage with the ads. Maybe the strat could be to kill his initial set of ads and spend all your resources on that.
I love trolling
And then
P-Fog when he
once they're
fucking messages me about
all
guild
jump
shit.
off the ship together, straight
Why would
over,
he say?
fly back
Cause
to
I don't know,
the
he like
ship,
approaches everything in like a,
entire ship,
I don't know, he's just like a
get
strict
done
like
with
kind
the
of
ship,
business
and
headed guy.
slowly edge him
He's
into
like
the
a, yeah, I don't know.
stun on him, right, to stop the ads.
And I'm like
I
the
get what
complete
you mean.
opposite. I'm very just like lax and like lackadaisical and whatever,
Yeah,
you know.
I don't know if we're gonna see
So
Van
it's
Cleef
like
today. And
he
if we
links
don't,
me. I'm
then
gonna
we
pause
will
this
have
real
to
quick
see him.
because it's funny. So he links me. Like, oh, he's in like the Mancrix. We're in the Mancrix Discord and we have like a guild post in there.
Yeah.
And he linked me this dude with like a whole like thing about him being like a Fury Warrior and like all of his guild shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, dude, Warrior, Fury, 5k gear score, interested in raiding, his raid times, blah 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 blah. So
Uh-huh.
he links me like a screenshot of this guy's like whole like article and then posts me his logs. And like the dude's like, he's a good player. Like the dude slams. And he's a Fury Warrior.
Fury pumps. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
My 5k Fury Warrior slams now.
Yeah.
He's a slammer.
So I said another warrior question mark, and he said sets us up for ICC by having two rostered, allows you to go cat full time. He's a prot alt for 10 man. And I said, if he's willing to tank full time, and I said either way, don't worry about my stupid cat dreams. And he said I haven't reached out to him yet. And I said assume he's strictly Fury. And then he said Kevin leaving opens up some opportunity to fix the melee in a way that benefits you. And I said that's very true, but I value raid greater than cat dreams. See smile, like pretend he won't want to tank 25s. But having like I don't know, like two Furies, it definitely sounds good in ICC. And I guess like you said, if we have two 5k warriors, they probably fucking pump then. I mean, I value that over another rep pally.
I'm not actually sure. Can you open like a Google tab?
Yeah.
Or actually, yeah, so that's WorkFed. That's the guy, right?
Yeah.
Open up another one. You can also just click, by the way. Yeah. Or like control click, and it opens up like control is the default to open things up in another tab. Anyways, type in Turbo War. And yeah, Ferolina.
Damn.
So, like, that's what... Right? So, like, look at that damage, right? Now, I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to lie to you, on some of these fights, I cannot beat this guy.
Him?
Yeah, Turbo War. That's the guy Mikhail says is, like, the best Rocket League player of all time, blah, 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 blah.
Really? I mean, this guy's not like super far off, but
He's Swedish, and whenever he gets upset, it's hilarious. You are all fucking shit. You're all shit. We all just can't take it serious. Just start laughing. because it's every time he gets mind controlled, everyone tunnels his bitch ass immediately, bro. And then someone's watching his stream. They're like, "Go back to that death. Go back to that death." Bro, look at that Wind Fury. And he's like, "Oh yeah, look at that Wind Fury. Wind Fury." Just sit there as he's losing his shit. Just fucking laughing about it. I sent you the screenshot of me killing Skin 8 with Fuji loot. Holy fuck, that was so good. They're going over the Death Doctor like someone's pet Fuji loot killed you, and I was like, damn, dude, Fuji loot strikes again. What can we say? That's my favorite, dude. I love naming my pets just troll shit. It's just the best part of, like, I guess having a pet at all. Just getting to name it whatever you want. But yeah, so like, I mean, granted, like he's obviously way above average for a player. Like he's rank 84 or whatever on REI. But that's like, he is 50-50 or so. Like he's just over 5k gear score. Like, bro. Like Fury Warrior is scaling. That shit slaps. I'm actually sad Fifong re-rolled, bro. Like I didn't think it was going to be that good with just like old war gear, but it's actually that good. Like I actually think in old war gear, warriors are A tier at least. At least. Like they fucking turbo pump, bro. And not because his name is Turbo.
And I said, so I said, if you think 2 wars is good for later on, I'm totally down. And he said, for ICC it is. For now, it works if he's willing to tank full time. You decide what you want to do, and I'll work around it. And I said,
why did Fifong?
huh?
Yeah, continue.
I said, I'm fine to continue bear tanking all the way to Lich King with Chris. I have 2 druids now, so I get my cat fantasies out of the way on Blassie. I just like to meme, just like how everyone memes and shits on me for bear tanking, sad face. And he said, we meme and shit on you for not bear tanking. You bear fairy fire in the gaslight, smiley face.
It's true. It's true. Fairy fire and bear gaslight, yep. You're barely tanking. Like that?
I'm literally saying that to him. I'm saying barely tanking. See smile.
See smile. I keep saying that.
3rd druid name. True.
Dude, why did he re-roll though? Fifong by now could actually be like 48, 49 if loot was like that good for melee recently. He probably could be close to 5k gear score and he would be slamming, bro.
True.
And he's gonna say, well, we had problems with the casters. The casters were the problem, and it wasn't really the melee. The melee were fine, and blah, 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 blah. But you can find other fucking people, bro. He did it with corruption. You know, there could be a 5k fucking gear score affliction lock slammer out there right now, but he ain't looking at that guy because we got locks now.
I think it's fine that he's on the warlock.
It is fine. But all I'm saying is
the only thing for me,
Nax, bro. Ugh.
The only thing for me that sucks about it is like if Fifong stayed on the warrior, it made the job of like who gets Shadowmourne 1,000 times easier because it just goes to Fifong, you know. But now we have to like open that up again, which is probably gonna be fucking annoying.
Oh no, yeah, for sure it's gonna be 8.
Because the thing is, like, I was trying to talk about this
out of the way sooner than later. So if people want to leave over it, they can leave soon.
I was trying to talk about it a little bit because I know that Nerf has been kind of doing like a small bit of prep for it. But anyway, so it's like if I think about like the actual like core guild and the people I actually like give a shit about, like at this point I would want to give it to like Baby Buffalo, you know, on the Death Knight. But then I feel like, huh?
DK.
It's still technically Biss. I mean, it's a fucking legendary. Like it's still Biss. But I don't think I don't think it's the difference that it makes for like a warrior. You know what I mean? Like giving it to a warrior.
For a warrior.
Exactly. Where I think it's just like hey, pretty good for a fucking Death Knight, you know?
I think that's trolling to give it to Buffalo then.
Well, exactly.
That'd be
So
like giving Valinir to a Resto Druid because it's still technically best.
yeah. So that's the thing. So like right now, like our only warriors nerf me harder.
Yeah.
And I like him. I think he's a fun guy. Like he's another like mute G chatter, but he's fucking cool. And he does
I mean,
well too. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just like then if we bring
Where,
in this
where
guy,
his ult raid? I mean,
huh?
where his ult raid? Like, where's his ult?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's just looking for a place that's like chill.
Consistent, yeah. I mean
'Cause
that's
his
good.
Other group is like looking turbo Spurgs.
That's cool. That's kind of like the people I want, to be honest. It's just really, really hard to like balance that. I want people that like you and fucking like Fifong and shit, where it's like you have your main raid that's kind of like I know your raid's like probably a hell of a lot more fun than fucking Fifong's, but it's like you still kind of have like the same
No,
goal
for
in
sure.
mind of
It is
like we're
way
gonna
more fun
do
than
all the
Fifong.
hardest content, like you know we're not
Yeah.
here to fuck around, like we're gonna be killing this shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's some raids, which like literal guild raids that are ran like fucking pugs, where it's just like nobody knows what the fuck's going on. You're stuck doing like whatever normals you can scrape through, and then there's like the happy medium.
True.
Like I want my group to like kill all the content, but I don't know. And it's also hard because like I truly just don't care that much either, which makes it a little bit more difficult.
Truly don't care about what.
Like I don't know. Like right now, like I'm super content with how our old wars have been going, you know, and we haven't even like looked at 25 Yogg yet, and like that doesn't bother me like at all, you know, because like I know like the last like 3 raid nights or whatever have been like mad fun. We've been doing all the shit we need to do. Like we still have prog to go, so we have stuff to like kind of look forward to and work on. But like overall,
Yeah.
it's been just like a fun time.
Yep.
And it's like I value that more than like, you know, the hour where we're all gonna have to be like cracked down and like fucking doing Algalon pulls or Mimron pulls and like all that. And it's like those are the times that like I don't enjoy as much. I like when we're able to just kind of like vibe out and just do the shit once everybody like finally gets it locked in and they can just like do the stuff without a whole lot of giga direction.
Yeah.
My main point is like I know there's people in the guild that care way more about killing Algalon like ASAP than I do. You know what I mean? And like Fifong's probably even one of them.
I think there might actually be a macro that I can use to one button Hunter in Classic. So Classic Hunter might be more one button than TBC.
Wait, what? What? Say that again?
There might be like a macro I can use in Classic to make Hunter more one button than TBC.
What do you mean?
TBC wasn't really one button. Like the macro that people use like back then doesn't work anymore in the new client. So like in the Classic release, like that shit wasn't a thing.
Okay.
Like the script macro or whatever.
Is it a thing in
like
Classic in this though? in this version?
No, it's not here either, right? Because this is still the same client. Right?
Yeah,
We're still on
yeah,
the same.
yeah.
But there's like a.
Like this is technically
I
still
can't.
like.
I can't do all my abilities, but I can have a thing like. So right now, if I'm shooting at something and then I go out of range, and then it goes to shoot, it cancels my auto. Like it cancels like the timing of it.
Okay.
So I have to press the button again. But if you press the button again while like it's up, right? Like you anticipate that you went out of range, but you didn't actually. It's like a toggle. It's like either you're shooting or you're not.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
I
you
know what
can
mean, I know what you
accidentally
mean.
turn it off and just not be doing anything for like
Yeah.
a second or two until you realize, which is annoying. But there's like a macro that prevents you from canceling it, and if you're out of range, you'll shoot, and if you're not in range, you'll like raptor strike or something. So I mean, it makes two of my buttons easier to use, and as one button.
Time to run back to fucking Darkshire and pray to God Stitches ain't just big vibing somewhere. I hate this area. This area sucks.
No,
Area
for sure.
fucking sucks.
Turbo said he almost died because there's like a quest in there somewhere where you're doing something and then two elite like undead bodyguards spawn.
Wait,
And have a
what?
chance of killing you.
Did he kill him or run away?
No, he's alive. He was talking about this a couple days ago.
No, I'm saying, did he kill the, like, elites?
No,
or did he fucking
he ran
run?
away from the elite.
Oh, okay.
But he's saying I don't think he knew that was gonna happen, so they just kind of like popped up, and he was like, "Oh
Oh, shit.
They call me Usain because I bolt.
Interesting. You have a great day now.
I fucking hate it here.
I need to go train. It's been a while. Like I feel like there's no shot I should have rank 1 arcane shot and rank 2 serpent sting, rank 1 hunter's mark, level 16. Something about that sounds off. What time is it? Oh damn, dude, it's only 3:30. Holy fuck, I got off so early today. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Huge.
It was quite huge. I came back, I had so much time, I cleaned my room, worked out and everything. I was like, damn. This is what it's like. I read that, or I'm reading that book that Donnell suggested me a while ago. He probably didn't think I'd ever pay attention or read it. But I recalled. Because I have a subscription to Audible. And, like, I've had it for a long time, like 2 years now. And so, like, I don't check in on it enough, but you get a credit every month.
Mm-hmm.
So for $15, you can pay for a credit to buy like a $30 book. Right. And you can also buy a book for other people and gift it, right? So I gifted you and Donnell a book, I think. I think I gifted you guys. I don't remember if I got the information or not.
No, I think I remember that, yeah.
So, like, that was all with Audible. And he suggested me a book called Atomic Habits.
Donnell did?
Yeah.
Atomic Habits.
Yeah, Atomic Habits. He